Hey guys, and how's it going? I am way behind, and I apologize. This is some viewer mail that I've received over probably the last 6 weeks, and I figured I'd try and get those knocked out, and we'll show you what we got coming in for those who care to watch, and we'll get started right away. No particular order. I just have a pile of stuff that was put over to the side. I did open everything previously. I am new to this, so beg my pardon. The first one was from Mike, is this 70-pound box of I think any and every pulley ever made to mankind, from very small to aluminum to steel to adjustables to everything in between. So that really kind of comes in handy. I think I showed a couple of times running the Tractor Supply and grabbing different bits and pieces. Alright. Don't know what that is. So, again, thanks. It's got sprockets and bits underneath. I'm going to try to keep this moving fairly quickly, but you get the idea. It is just loaded with tons of stuff. So, Mike, thank you. And then he also was wrapped individually. Where did it go? It was written on there. What is it? And I have a feeling what is it may have moved into another location, because I do have one bag here, which is a double pulley setup, and it's a CVT for I think Wheel Horse used those and a couple of other ones. Basically, one belt gets smaller while the other one gets larger, kind of deal. And the center one slides back and forth. Next box. Let's see if we could do a little bit better about keeping stuff in the frame, huh? So this one is from Mr. Wood, and he had sent me a bunch of tools. Looks like some grease fittings, a chain brake, and a couple tire irons. I guess he wasn't a big fan of my tire irons. Actually, these look quite nice, and should be able to do the job a lot easier. And Cushman actually can use these right away. Tire pressure gauge, and I think that's a spoke. Might be a spoke, the caliper of some sort. I don't know. I was thinking adjusting spokes, but maybe not. Gauge of metal. Don't know. This one's kind of funny. So, letter from Rick, and he says I've been a little on the accident-prone side this year, so he mailed me a first aid kit. Well, true to form, I did just cut myself. So, thank you. And this one I just picked up today. Actually, yesterday. I believe is a VW shirt and a patch. And I believe they run a VW club or show, I read on it, in Texas. There you go. And please finish the double cab. I know. I'd like to get on that again this winter. Summertime's just so busy, and you just not a good time to knock out big projects. But wintertime, everything slows down. Hopefully we can get right back on that pretty soon. So we got a VW bus, and it's quite ornate as far as it's looks like something I drove around. Kind of skidded around a roof once or twice. Yeah, this one's pretty detailed, opening side doors and all. And I should have read that ahead of time. Did not include his name though. And hold on. So this one's from Chris, and he wrote a little story about this bus. He was stationed over in United Kingdom it was purchased in the United Kingdom when you're stationed at RAF. I am not going to Lakeland Health from 2000-2004. Unfortunately, they had a house fire, and a couple of things did survive. And one of the things that survived was this bus. And it's kind of ornate, and I wonder if it was white at the time, and now it's got a little bit of a tan to it. But I appreciate that. That'll go in my stash, and we'll put that up on the wall. I appreciate that, sir. Next, we have an old Snap-on, like 50s tack. You put it on for like an automotive thing, and you can change between 4, 6, and 8 cylinders, and the multiplier, and then whether it's a 6 or 12 volt car, you can kind of swap them around on there. And that was from HLOU 650, I guess it is. I'm quite sure on that. But again, thank you, sir. Appreciate that. I'll go in the stash. Actually, might turn it into something else on a build. And this one's from Clyde. And see if we can get these out of here without doing any damage. And he's got some old VW advertisements from it's probably like Life magazine or something like that, I would think. Here's a 23 window bus, expanded all the way around. Don't think there's anything on the other side. No. Sir, thank you. And this grouping came from Ireland, and he's just saying there's a few things I thought you might need, and it's my way of saying thank you for all the work that you do in sharing with your knowledge and your skills and life with the world. Thank you for the southeast of Ireland. I'm going to say EYETOLDOOSSO. That's what I'm getting out of it. I am horrible at spelling. I apologize. All of this is from him, and it came from a real far away. Let's start with looks like we got a bus piggy bank. Close that. Nice. You send stuff that we don't see in our country, you know. A bus bird feeder. That's awesome. A grouping of stuff that he thinks that I could use, and definitely that is more than true, which is valve lapping compound, and a new lapping tool, a key ring screwdriver, a SD card that I definitely do need right now, and a VW keychain, and it looks like a type of ruler, and then a massive amount of Sharpies, all different colors. Those will go to waste. A set of a salt and pepper shaker VW buses. There you go. I'm gonna drop them. And unfortunately, I had 2 casualties. He sent a couple of mugs that were VW buses, but they did not survive the long travel over. So 90% made it, and I appreciate all of that, and appreciate that. We'll do that one off camera, as it says. And the last one is from Brad, a local guy in New Hampshire, and he also sent I think it's a postcard, Haight-Ashbury VW postcard, 62 to 2017. Maybe it's an 67 to 2017. So I'm probably going to say it's going to be an anniversary card of sorts. And with that, I thank you again. And with that, guys, I just want to thank everybody for taking the time to do this and send me stuff in the mail. This is a little bit of overwhelming kind of thing. It's I'm not used to receiving gifts of this kind of sorts. Kind of reminds me when it was my birthday. It was my grandmother would mail a package and just had a whole bunch of like little smalls in it, all kind of wrapped up inside there. But it was, you know, a half hour of opening stuff up, and as a 10-year-old kid, it was really kind of cool. You always waited for that package to be, you know, stuffed on top of the mailbox, and between the mailbox and the newspaper box would be sitting on top. A box probably about the size of you know, twice the size of that, with a bunch of little goodies in it. It kind of brings me back to this right now. So with that, I want to thank all you guys so much for everything, and everybody took the effort. If somebody sent me something and I missed it, I do apologize. My organizational skills as far as this stuff is not quite up to par, but thanks again. Later.